Hey guys, so I'd rather do this than type all this out, but I don't like holding things back from y'all when it comes to me mentally or physically. Um, but I've been dealing with some stuff mentally. Um, so for about 5 weeks, I was extremely suicidal. I was having thoughts dozens of times a day. It was beating me down mentally. And when it comes to something like this, I really don't reach out. But I broke down one day and I ended up calling the VA suicidal hotline. And talked to them for a while. And I kind of knew what was going on. Some medication changes, which we're all grown-ups, so I will tell you what was going on and cause these medications. But so about a week before I started having these thoughts, again, I don't want to hear this, don't make fun of it, don't if you ever get mad at me or whatever, don't throw it in my face, because this is a very tough subject, and like I said, we're all adults and I don't like holding back anything from you, but I suffer from ED. And if you don't know what ED is, it's erectile dysfunction. So, been trying different things for a while. Nothing's working. So, they ended up wanting to put me on testosterone. So, put me on that, put me on some pills for that I took every other day. And they actually put me on an estrogen blocker because, you know, a guy does produce estrogen, not as much as a woman does, but yeah, we guys do produce it. And the testosterone actually does also produce estrogen as well, so that's why they had me on the blocker. So with that being said, that's when about the time these thoughts creeped up in my head. It was just, you know, I've fought many fights in my life. I've fought a lot of things in my life. You know, I had y'all know I had a brain injury ordeal back in 2011, and they actually told my parents I would be a vegetable. But apparently I'm not. But I had to learn how to speak, write, and read, write, and speak again. And I had to force myself to go through with it and push myself and push myself and push myself so I can get to where I'm at. You know, it took all my, at that point, I mean, 25 years of life of talking and all that, writing and all that went out the window. Anyway, so moving forward, I was going through these thoughts every day, and it beat me down. Like I said, I called the crisis hotline, which triggered a landslide of help from the VA. Everybody, you hear his horror stories about the VA. I can't say that about my team, my mental health team. I can't. The crisis hotline called me the next morning and make sure I'm okay. And they alerted my psychologist and my psychiatrist. So my psychologist reached out to me that day, checked on me, we talked, expressed to her what's going on with me, and I believe it's medication based. Next day, psychiatrist calls me. She was on vacation, and told her the same thing. So they reached out to my urologist to talk to him about the medication, whether you can switch them off and all. He called me, gave me his personal cell number, and told me if I'm ever going through what I'm going through, to give him a call. You know, and again, we're all adults, so this is beating me down, because not only did I have to take like Cialis or Viagra, I have to do that. I have to do a couple other things, and then I actually have to give myself a shot in my manhood. Now, picture that, a man having to give himself a shot with a needle in his penis. So now that y'all are cringing and all that, I'm sure, it sucks. All that was mentally beating me down. And I was stuck between a rock and a hard place, because it was like I'm having to decide whether or not to choose to take care of my mental health, or choose to have sex the rest of my life. It's hard. But, you know, I told myself, I was telling everybody, I even told people at work, because they were wondering why I was stuck in my car for over an hour and so in my on my lunch break, you know, what I was doing. And I told them I was, you know, that house on the VA suicidal hotline. My bosses here know about what's going on, and are helping me. That's the level of respect I have for my company. But put yourself in my shoes. I mean, again, mental health or sex? So we made some changes in the med. Like I said, seems to be working for about a week. I was suicidal one day and not suicidal the next, and it happened for about a week. And then now I am going on day 5 of not any thoughts in my head about suicide. So, you know, one of the things that keep me going when I get suicidal is thinking of y'all, thinking of all my kids, thinking of all my whole family. You know, it's y'all that make it strong for me. But I'm gonna wrap this up. But just so you know, I had one of my best friends a couple weeks ago come over to the house and get my guns. So he's got my guns. So we're gun free right now at the house. But listen, I don't like keeping this type of stuff from y'all. So, and I'm hoping that y'all would do the same with me, or about you. And, you know, the old saying, you know, you get what you want by being an example. And I'm being an example. I just told y'all some very intimate details. And again. So I'm sorry. In the last about month and a half, I've been distant from y'all. But you understand, Dad's going through a lot of stuff, and hopefully his son can see the sun out in the distance, you know. So I love you all. I do. I don't, like I said, I don't want to hold nothing back from y'all. You know, Alyssa knows, and I just want y'all to all respect me enough that one day, if y'all are having problems, you can reach out to me and let me know. Okay? Listen, I love y'all. Y'all have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, I love you guys.